Hi, this is Matthew. Going to talk about the next Chicago album. It is Chicago 6. It was out in 1973. Again, the second time they've had a number one album. So they did another good thing. And instead of being in New York, and I think part of the time they were in LA for some things, their producer guy went to Colorado and built Caribou Studios. So they will be there for the next 4 years or so in the timeline of the band, recording there instead of being in New York or LA. So made the place. It was a nice place. I don't know much about where that was or where it is in Colorado, but hopefully there's some nice scenery and stuff to look at if you get stir crazy in the studio. I don't know. Is it still there? Does anyone know if the Caribou Studios exists, or did it go away, or did something happen to it? I don't know much about the place myself. Well, that's where they recorded this album. And then we have a new percussionist. Let me try his name again. I recognize his name. I don't. Yeah, and did number one here. 2 really big singles. Did not chart in the UK, sadly. Where is that? Where has got his name here? The studio is in Nederland, Colorado. Does anyone know where that is? I do not. Where is our percussionist guy? What's his name? Lauder de Oliveira? I'm not sure. I assume he's Latino of some sort, perhaps. But he is now in the band. He will become an official member the next album in the next year. So he starts. I don't really hear him until the next album. I've heard some stuff from that album. I know. I didn't recognize any different sort of sounds on it. I liked it a little bit mellower, I suppose you might say, in places. Still rocks out a bit. Maybe some mellower sections of the album. Again, a single album, not a double. That will change next album, I've discovered. But we had 2 single albums before we have another double. Yeah. The first time in the future, all the band members at this point for a while. We start with side 1, though. We go with our first song being Critics' Choice. Robert Lamb wrote that one, and Robert Lamb sings it. And then we have Just You and Me, that great song. James Pankow, the trombonist, wrote that. That's pretty cool. There's some nice horn stuff in that one, but that makes sense. Peter Cetera, of course, sings it. Then we jump to Darlin' Dear. Robert Lamb wrote that one, and he sings it. Then we go to Jenny, which is a Terry Kath, and he also sings it. That's kind of a cool song. I like Jenny. What's This World Coming To? James Pankow wrote it. Robert Lamb, Cetera, and Peter Kath all sing it. And then side 2 has Something in This City Changes People, written by Robert Lamb, and he we have vocals by Terry Kath, Robert Lamb, Peter Cetera, and Lilo Main, the trumpet guy, which I don't recall him singing on it, but it was backing vocals. But I don't think I've ever heard any of the horn players sing that I know of, at least on main vocals that I know about. That's kind of interesting. And then we go to Hollywood, written by Robert Lamb, and he sings it again, of course. He sings that one. And then in terms of 2 is Peter Cetera wrote it, and he sings it. And then Rediscovery, Robert Lamb wrote it, and he sings that one. And then our final track, is The Great Feeling Stronger Every Day. Peter Cetera and James Pankow wrote that one. Again, some good horn parts in this one. With Peter Cetera. Great song. I heard that on the way to first time I heard that was going to... There's a Boy Scout ranch in Philmont, in Cimarron, New Mexico, called Philmont. It's a big, huge wilderness area, but that's the town that's below the closest to it. You go into. That's where your base camp and stuff is, kind of around there, in that area. And I heard it traveling on the way to. I want to say I was in Oklahoma when I heard it, but I had not heard that Chicago song until that point that I recall. And I was like, oh, this is really good. I knew who it was. I could tell. Yeah. I will always remember where I heard that song. And then in 2002, we have some cool bonus tracks from their expanded edition. There's 2 other additional songs. We have a really interesting demo, Beyond All Our Sorrows, Terry Kath demo. Of course, he wrote it. Just him on piano. Really, really nice song. I don't know if this ever got used anywhere. But just really, really, it's sad, but he does really good work on it. I really enjoyed it. He lead vocals, and he, of course, plays on it. But just really nice piano, and it really good vocal from him. Just kind of, you just want him by himself without anything going on. That's the track to hear. And a really fun one. They claim it's from a TV special, but I'm not sure. It is Tired of Being Alone with Al Green. Yeah, that Al Green. He, of course, wrote. He sings it. It sounds like to me, by listening to the song, that when musicians aren't doing something, and you got a big studio like that, if you're on a break or something, or you're not doing something on the track, you're probably going to go wandering around. Because you've played cards or whatever you've done. You're like, I want to go see what else is going on. So he was obviously running around the studio, seeing who was there. Heard them playing this and thought, oh, hey, that's my song. I know that one. I'm not sure why they were working on it, but they were. I was a warm-up or just rehearsing something, and they wanted to just, who knows, but as far as I could tell, walks in there. He's like, hey, I heard you guys playing my song, can I sing on it? Can we sing with you guys? And they're like, okay. So that's what they did. And it's like it's part of the band. I mean, they know when to go soft. They know when to, it's like they were been his backing band for years. It's really good. It's a really good track. And then, to hey, you sing really well. And let's go up and listen to it. And that's kind of what they're doing when the track fades out, is they're going up to the booth to hear it back and see how they did. And I don't think they needed to take another crack at it, but I don't know. It's a cool thing. I don't know how it came about, but that's my guess how it came about, because it doesn't say in the article. But I was like, oh, it was so good. You think they've been his band forever. They get soft, they get loud, they know. I don't know. It was really good. Like, you would never know they were not his backing band. It was really good. Go listen to that. It's so good. I don't know what album this is from for him, but I really enjoyed it. Speaking of backing other people, if you've ever heard Celebrate by Three Dog Night, or kind of a lesser known track off the same album, Suitable for Framing, Feeling All Right, the horn section is these guys. It's, James Pankow and Lee LeMaine and Walter Pearzader. Well, at least it's the trombone and the horns. And there's a sax in those. Those guys backed Three Dog Night on 2 tracks in '69 on the second album, Suitable for Framing. Go check that out. I forget where I found that. I was so shocked. But yeah, Al Green in Chicago. Who would have thought? Did they ever get to do that live? Because I'm sure the crowd would have gone nuts for that. Does anyone know? Did they ever get to do? Were they ever on the same bill? Did he come out and play it with them? Because, good grief, it was a really good song. I really, 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 really liked it. And I might have to play it back at some point because it was that good. I would hear it again. I should share it with some random people and go, hey, check this out. Look at this bonus track. Our people, though. Our band, of course. Here's a tier of bass lead vocals, backing vocals, and harmonica. Again, there's our harmonica. In terms of two, a really good harmonica. Terry Cathal's electric, acoustic, and slide guitars, lead vocals, and backing vocals. There's also some wah-wah pedal going on in this album again. Didn't know about a slide guitar, but he plays things so differently and interestingly that I probably didn't notice it. Robert Lamb acoustic, piano, and Hammond organ, and the Covenant Rhodes electric piano and Fender electric Rhodes. ARP synthesizer, or piano lead vocals and backing vocals. So, good grief, so many keyed instruments there, Mr. Lamb. Good job, sir. He's doing a lot of this album. Of course, some of it was just overdubbing things, but it sounded really good. Lots of Rhodes on this album. Sounds nice. Lee Lemaine, trumpet and backing vocals, percussion, and co-lead vocals on Something in the City. I don't recall him having a vocal there. It's so weird. I didn't recognize an individual voice there. Oh, Something in the City changes people. Yeah, that was yeah. James Penko, trombone, brass arrangements. He does such a good job with that. But he plays trombone, so I'm a little biased. But they have some nice stuff going on with that stuff at this point. So good. What's Perzeder? Saxophones and flute, of course. Anything Reed, he probably has a hand in it. And Denny Serafine on drums and percussion, of course. And then our additional person is going to be, it is spelled Laudirde, and then Oliver, or Vira. Oliveira on congas, which he definitely plays a lot on some tracks on the next one, for sure. Some interesting rhythms he's got. I'll have to, now that I remember that he's there, I'm gonna have to go try to spot him on the next album. I think I'll be able to, at least on a couple of the singles. There's 3 singles on the next album, and I know he's on for sure one of them. I don't know where he is on this. Doesn't say where he's at, so I guess there were some congas somewhere, but I just assumed that, somebody was playing them. Somebody in the band was probably on them, because they could all do percussion-y things, so I just assumed he was one of them, but nope. He'll be a full member next album, but he is here, and I'm glad, because he's a good percussionist. Also Joe Lala on congas too. J.G.O. Rafferty, pedal steel guitar. Yeah, so going to Colorado, got some new people in the mix there on some tracks. Our production people, James William Garcio again, engineered by Wayne Tarnowski. Said engineer Jeff Garcio. Oh, is it a brother? Is his brother named Jeff? Does anyone know? I assume it's a brother. Someone was. I guess it could be his son. Could be someone related to him. Clearly. I mean, I guess it could be a coincidence, but is it though? Surely not. Mixed by Phil. Mixed by Phil Ramone. Sorry. Mixed assistant Richard Blacken. I'm not quite sure. Cover design is John Berg and Nick Fasciano again. Photography by Barry Feinstein. I think they used him before. Yeah. So yeah, a good solid album. 2 big singles, and Feeling Stronger Every Day, Just You and Me. Huge hits. Still play them to this day, as far as I know. They did, but when I've seen them play, when I saw them, they did, and stuff after I've watched or heard, they were playing them then. So I assume they still are. I don't know who the band consists of right now. They've not come anywhere nearby. They did several years ago. I didn't go see them. The tickets were way more expensive than when I saw them. I would like to see them one more time, at least in my lifetime. I would love to see them at least once more, if I could. If they'd come around here again, and the tickets weren't stupidly expensive, I would go. I would love to see them. But yeah, I don't think anyone's left originally that played, but not they would do a bad job. But it is fun to know that I probably saw the original horn players still. I'm kind of excited about that. I'm not sure if that's correct, but I think it's probably a good bet that I did. I know Robert Lamb was there. I don't think he's there anymore at all. But yeah, another good solid album, a #1 album again. I think there will be 4 in a row of that, I believe, according to Wikipedia. So yeah, some good stuff. And next we'll go into a double album with some of those kind of sweet movement-y type things. With single tracks. Yes, I think there's 16. I think there may be 1 additional bonus track. I think there may be about 15 or so regular tracks, but I'll look ahead more when we do it next. On to Chicago 7 and 74, where the Beach Boys will back up a track. I know I said it when I reviewed those, but we'll go back through it again. I know they're in there now. I'll have to try to spot them, see if I can pick them out, since I've reviewed all the albums now. That 70s period, I have to see if I can find people. There's lots of vocals on that track. It's Wish You Were Here, just so you know. That's the track. I think it's the last one on the album, actually. I think. Yeah, we'll get there next time, though, and we'll do Chicago 7 from 74 next time. Again, really enjoyed this one. That whole band was just so good. That initial band, I just love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Don't think I'd ever get any of the trombone rhythms down if I ever were to play my horn again. I haven't played in 20 plus years, so I don't think I probably will, but it's good stuff. Solid musicianship all over the place. Just great stuff. But I will see you guys next time in another video.